America, we back. We ain't live no more. I know we ain't right. Well, we next to each other, but we not right next to each other, but we kind of next to each other if you look at the squares the way they is right now. But it's still us. It's still the good guys, folks. It's still the world-renowned, Montana famous, international players ball guys of the year. It is us. What's good, America? I am the 18 national championship counting, North Florida living, St. Nick and St. Bear Bryant School graduating, C. Turner. And I just want to throw the whole Alabama thing in just to rub it in Walt's face because he got a year-long, a long year full of this.
Yeah.
The hell I had to take over the lap. He got a year long, just all year. Anytime I get a chance to bring up 18 national championships, I'm bringing them up. All right?
Fair. It's fair.
Thank you. Just want to put that out there. But anyway, he's still my right-hand man on my left-hand side. I'm still my left-hand man on my right-hand side. Mr. Northern California. He is the bait. Forget E40. Mac Dre, it's Walt now. So if you want a ticket to the bait, you got to go through Walt. Exactly. You can't go hypey unless Walt is there and letting you do it. Mr. Saturday Night, James, Big Game, Madison Walton III. What's going on, baby?
Man, you know what? Even after the Alabama stuff, that was still a dope-ass intro, man. I appreciate it. It felt good to say ass, too, because, we was muted earlier today. I ain't going to sit here and lie. Big J, McLovin, thank you for that plug. 10 years later, y'all still with us. We going to do the favors. We're going to have y'all on here because, I feel like America wants to hear y'all cursing and say some things that you really can't say on that show, but you can say on our show. But I don't really know how that works.
They ain't about to mess up their money.
It's enough about us. We had a great day. It's about this dude down here. This guy, to me, is one of the all-time greats in my mind. When you talk about OG dudes that used to look out for us whenever he had off time, his career spanned winning teams everywhere. And with it being really our Super Bowl, our first Super Bowl couple of weeks here, this is the only guy I could think to kick the show off. America, y'all know him. That's number 92 down there. That's DeJuan Edwards. Welcome, my guy.
Thank you for having me. Great to be here. Good to talk to you. It's been a minute, James. Good to see your face. Crazy year. It's great to be on the show.
Man.
All right, hold on. Let me stop you for a second right now. DeJuan, I'm going to be honest with you. Bro, this ain't ESPN. This ain't FX1. You ain't got to be professional with us because listen, I'm about a couple swigs in.
Yeah.
Once it gets down about right there, I'm going to let about 4 or 5 F-bombs go. So, let that shit, relax. You with us tonight. So, it's going down with us.
We in the locker room right now.
Exactly. It's locker room conversations tonight.
Yeah, but you know what though? I appreciate him trying to be the moral compass of this show because sometimes we need it.
Yeah,
let's call it what it is. We've said some things on this show that even I get looks from the other room like, did you just say that? Like, I love you anyway, but that's what we're doing. So, but let's just, you know what? This is my get. Let's just call it what it is. It's another big time get. So, D, I know it's obviously a great, time for you. He was letting you know, America, we actually saw each other at the Super Bowl like 7 years ago. It was when Brady and them boys beat Russell, and we were in Arizona and just randomly saw DeJuan there, enjoying the NFL players card life. This is the funniest story I have from it is I remember this. I remember we were sitting at a bar in Scottsdale. I was talking to him, same old D. I said, man, what you getting in tonight? He was like, oh, man, I'm going to this Bud Light party. I said, oh, bet. Yeah. I was like, cool. So what's happening? He's like, yeah, I'm getting in. But he's like, James, I'll be honest with you. It's going to cost you $1,500 to get in there. I was like, man, I might see you around the stadium. I don't know. That was the last I saw. DeJuan, I said, oh, this dude is doing 1,500 night parties. But here's the thing, though. DeJuan didn't pay $1,500 to get that party. DeJuan was in there smooth. I would have had to pay $1,500.
A smooth 15.
That's how they do it with those Super Bowl parties, man. They jack up the prices, man. They trying to get man, they're trying to get them for everything they got out there, man. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean that was
But
Arizona.
it was a good time, amazing time. I had a great time out there.
I bet, man. I mean, dude, could you imagine though? We were talking about this before we came on the air, man. Like Tampa's one of my favorite cities, top 5 all time. Like I push Callie, I'm like, hey, because she handles all the real estate now. So I'm like, babe, put that Zillow on Tampa, just in case. You imagine Ybor City without Corona right now?
Man.
I know. I've only been to Ybor City a couple times, but I know my boys, y'all have been to Ybor City a time or two.
It's a good time, man. It's dangerous. I can't talk about on air. Good time.
And that's all right. And I respect that. And I know, obviously, Dewan was there twice. He was there once a year. So we ain't got to hear. That's not why I have you on the show. It wasn't to get all that out of you, D. So don't worry about that. But obviously, man, I know it's one of those things, and talking about Super Bowl 50, which I think was your Super Bowl. And obviously there is a downside to that, but that's not why you're on the show, man. When you got two guys like us that, we
ain't like just curl all the way,
but our opinion is respected, because you've seen the product, so you can vouch for like, okay, them guys is decent. But but you, man, just tell us about the whole day. Tell us about the experience, everything, man. Just some of your favorite stuff about actually, before them lights went on, at 7 o'clock, whatever time 7 o'clock was. I think the game started like 9 Eastern. But just everything you went through that day, man, and the whole week and 2 weeks.
Let me start with just making it, just getting that opportunity. We ended up beating the Cardinals in the NFC Championship in a rout and blew them out. So you got a whole quarter to think, man, I'm going to the Super Bowl. So that's wild to begin with, just to think about. Man, I played for the Ravens for 6 years, came close. We're on some good teams, and it was all about going to the Super Bowl there. From there, went to the Bills. Man, we didn't have no chance. There wasn't no Super Bowl. I get to the Panthers, and we start off. Man, I think we might have lost our first 5 games or something, and then kind of trended upward towards the end of the season. And I could see us, on a path for getting better, and end up making the playoffs my last 3 years. So just the opportunity to get to a Super Bowl after a long career, after 12 years, I didn't think it was going to happen for me. So that moment of getting there was everything, man. I get to go to a Super Bowl. Like this is written in the stars. Like, man, I've been dreaming about this. So man, just that whole experience was amazing. So the next day they give us 24 hours. You gotta make all your Super Bowl, your ticket requests, your reservations. I'm talking about a day later. I'm talking about a tough task to decide who gets to go, who doesn't get to go, whose feelings about to be hurt. Man, it's a lot to deal with in that short amount of time, and how much you want to pay, because these tickets ain't cheap now.
Yeah,
they make you pay for them. You don't get no free tickets. But man, then there's a 2-week layoff to the game, which I think probably hurt us, in retrospect, because we were just playing well. We had a great season, only lost 1 game during the season. So just getting to that 2-week break, I think might have hurt us a little bit. But it's a long time to that game, man, and the build up and the excitement. And we end up traveling out there about a week in advance, and you're practicing out there, and just the media every single day. The media is so ridiculous, like nothing you've ever seen before. I mean, there's just, you got a media day where you're going there, and there's media from all over the country, all over the world, international people asking you questions. There's all sorts of celebrities there. We got to meet Snoop Dogg, got interviewed by Snoop, and you understand the grand scale of it, how big and large this game is that you get to play. I mean, it's a dream. Obviously, you think it's a Super Bowl, but like, you don't realize, I mean, it's going to be every year, it's going to break the record for the most watched thing, like every single year, basically. So you just understand how the magnitude of the game and how big it is. And just the preparation was on point, but our preparation was on point pretty much all season. Just, once you start winning and things are clicking and guys are having fun. I mean, practice is fun. You guys want to go to practice. They're engaged. Guys are on time. You're winning. You know what's at stake. But I do think that 2-week layoff hurt us. I think the Broncos obviously played in the Super Bowl a few years before that. I think that experience probably helped them a lot as well going to the game. And I think when we got to the game, I think we took it as a different game and not playing the game that we were used to playing, having fun. I think we took it as this grand scale game instead of just playing the game like we should have played. I think we kind of held it as we got to be something different for this game, as opposed to just go out there and having fun like we were the rest of the year. And I got to give credit to the Broncos, man. They played a hell of a game, man. Their defense was amazing, probably one of the best that we've seen in some time in the NFL. But
when you go back and look at it, you talking about Vaughn and DeMarcus, and Chris Harris and Aqib. I mean,
they were amazing on all levels. Their front line, linebackers, secondary.
I mean, they had some.
They were great,
too, right? Malik was on the team.
Yeah, and it kind of sucks because it overshadows, man. We played great on defense. Defensively, Peyton didn't do well. I mean, they didn't run the ball well. I mean, I think he might have been 1 for 11 or something on third down. Didn't have a lot of yards. I think the turnover early in the game and the touchdown just really kind of got us on our heels. It kind of took us off our game. And they were able to stop our run game, which, we were running the ball on everybody all year. So I think, I mean, there was a lot that went on in the game. A lot of hits on Cam, some missed calls here and there. I still got conspiracy theories. I'm still working that angle. I want to recount like Trump. I want to recount.
Hey. All right, D. Since you brought him in, I'm gonna go.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I'm gonna give you a disclaimer right now, okay? Because I don't know how much you've seen of this show, but I just want to let you know because I know he's family and I have respect for the guy. And but I'm gonna tell you right now, at some point, I don't know how much this dude has really had to drink, but the Alabama to him comes out. So, I want to personally say to Cam Newton, I love you, Cam. And if this ruins you ever coming on this show, but I just know I can see it in his face. Like the Rude Boys say. Like the Rude Boys say, it's written all over your face.
I ain't even say nothing.
You don't have to say a word. I'm telling you, he wants to go in on Cam so hard. As soon as you said Cam, his face lit up. He was like, so I just want to let you know, D, like, at some point he's gonna throw shots, and you're gonna be like, man, that's just out of bounds.
Let him have it. Let him have it. We in the locker room, right? Let him have it.
Lord.
All right. Okay, fine.
I'll give you my piece, man. I love Cam. Like I think he's a great dude. Like his energy about the game is so great. You can tell he's got a joy about it. But it's very young kid, like young guy in the league energy.
Okay.
It's not an old man energy. It's
I got what you're saying. I got it.
It's a this is fun league, and I want this to be fun league. And man, that works up to a point, but man, it's a grown man's league, and it's a grown man's focus, and every day is a grind, and it's not fun. It's not fun. At least I don't know. It wasn't for me. I play D-line, so it's a different.
Exactly. That shit ain't fun going into a car accident.
It's not fun. It's not fun. It's not a fun grind. Like you got to be a little off to play this game, man. Like especially for a D-line. It's different for a quarterback and wide receiver. Y'all catching balls and running. But man, I just gotta like do some crazy shit to my body and set myself up to grind to do this game. So like.
So hold on. Let me ask you this question.
He was holding my body. So, yeah, I want to get to the guys he's played with too, but go ahead, Chris.
Let me ask you this question. All right. So it's the Super Bowl. That fumble happened. Cam is right by the ball. Denver ends up getting the ball.
Yep.
Did anybody in the locker room just say, damn, bro, you couldn't have just fell down on that bitch or something? Like you couldn't have kicked it out of bounds or something?
I don't think anybody said. I think everyone was too hurt and shocked. But I mean, bro, at the end of the day, you know, I don't even know. Shoot, man, I could check the dang score right now. It was 24-10. The score was 24-10.
Yeah.
I just know we was down 6 with 4 minutes to go in the game. We had a chance, and there was obviously a fumble, whatnot, and my man, you know, it was fight or flight. It was fight or flight, man. My man,
you couldn't feel down on the ball or nothing. Like you just,
man, it was just kind of, man, it's fight or flight, man. My man chose to flee the situation.
That does my heart. It does my heart.
And like I said, I can't fault. The man was the MVP of the season. My man had a hell of a.
Oh, he was. He was.
My man played
we had seen that to that
ass off that year. But that game, like for whatever reason, and like I said, it's a team game, man. We win as a team, we lose a team.
Right.
Man, it's hard, man. You work so hard to get there, and to see something like that, man. It's hard to see that, man.
You know, he kind of diffused the situation before you really got to get up in there. I mean, this dude is brilliant. You can tell he has talked to international reporters. As soon as I said Alabama, he's like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and be honest about how I felt. So you don't say anything out of hand. But that, you know what that led me to think about too when you were talking about that? You know, I just think about the guys that you played with, because obviously, you know, like it's always funny when you tell people like DeJuan's in the show, it's like, yeah, I'm not saying like me and DeJuan are best friends, but we've known each other for 10 years and there's a mutual thing. It's not because he plays the NFL. It's like when he would come in town, we would kick it and have a good ass time, and then he would go back and go to training camp. So like he was like one of us. He's an extension of us, dude. Sit in the box with us the whole nine. You know, actually, DeJuan's the only guy I know outside of Wally or Mike that ever sat in the box with us that Coach O would allow in the box.
Yeah.
Right there in our locker room and all that. So that's the one. Like he was an extension of the Outlaws, man. Like when I swear, I can't remember what game you came to in 09, dude. But
don't forget about OG James Edwards holding down Metro Park Arena. So
let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about Locke.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about Locke, man. That dude has one of the coolest 3-point from the top of the key jump shots I ever seen.
Bonus.
I played with your dad. It was when I first got there. It was me and Chris Dixon were playing with Rocky, Big Mike Moten, and your pops.
Yeah.
And I always used to play like a trail power forward in high school. So I always kind of did the Sean Marion thing because I was so undersized. Like I'm a point guard, but I'm playing the 4 in the suburbs of Chicago and shit, right? So that's like my natural spot. Like I just kind of go there, and he looked at me. He's like, "Dude, if you don't get out of my spot, and take your 6'3" ass," he's like, "Take your 6'3" ass down there so I can do what I do." And I'm like, "All right, Lon, I'm gonna let you do what you do." As soon as that ball kicked to him,
bonus.
Hey, Chris, bottoms. It is not a game. He plays from 3-point line to 3-point line.
It's a wrap.
Because you know, like obviously, a bit of age difference between Locke and myself. You know, DeJuan's our age. You know what I mean? So it's like it'd be like me expecting my dad to be able to go, you know, up and down. But he plays 3-point line. Put him in a 2-3. He's gonna play his zone. He is gonna hit that top of the key 3. Hey, his pops used to have us there. He always had it down. He couldn't stand me though, DeJuan, because he'd be like, "Dude, are you ever gonna stop behind sign autographs and go home? Like, I'm trying to drink too. Like, what are you doing? Like, James, stop. Like, let's go." Love your pops, man. But even that, man, I was thinking about that when you were just talking about your Baltimore grind, dude. Like, you kind of get lost in that because it's just watching you. But this dude was playing with Ray and Ed, man. Like, Bro,
Man,
you got to play with.
I got 2 years with Deion Sanders. That's the one that throws
That's
people off a lot of times. He finished up playing 2 years with us with the Ravens. He was 37 years old.
And could still cover.
He was nothing like you would expect primetime to be, man. He wasn't cursing. He was telling guys not to curse, man. He was in his Bible. Like, it was the old prime. It was the new prime. I don't know if y'all follow prime now, but
oh yeah, we do.
Hey, Prime's about to do some stuff with this this black college, bro. Like, it's about to be different, bro. They about to change the game, I think, bro. Like, I don't know, but he started getting all the top talent.
Exactly. Like, that's the thing about it. Like, he has guys transferring into Jackson State from like Power 5 schools.
They're gonna have to start playing them, bro. Them regular teams gonna have to start. It's gonna change.
You might enjoy that episode, DeJuan. My uncle went to FAMU. We spent 30, 40 minutes talking about Deion Sanders. And the funny part is that Chris, when me and Chris saw it, when he first got hired, we went right to the air. And we're sitting there looking at Florida State, and that's technically Chris's alma mater, because that's where Chris started, was with Bobby. Who's not going to play for Bobby? He just ended up at Alabama. You're going to play for Bobby if you was in Florida back in our era. Like, you're not leaving the state. You're either playing for Coke or you're playing for Bobby.
That's it.
That was it. And as soon as that happened, me and him just laughed, because we're like, what is wrong with Florida State? Like, what in you doesn't go, we just need to hire him?
Our guy.
One of the most brilliant football players to ever play. You don't think that kids, he's like one of the few from that era that stands up in this era. Yeah. He stands up more in this era than like Jordan stands up in this era. People go like, no, Deion, there's not an 18-year-old kid that go, dude, Deion was that deal. Dude, I saw what he used to do.
Yeah.
So, like, the mindset of playing with me, and obviously it varies because I'm from linebacker city, and I love Ray. Ray's all-time great. Okay. And in regards to NFL, Chris, not players from Chicago became great linebackers.
Oh, okay.
My football team is linebacker heaven. It is. The lineage of Buckus.
I'll give you that.
So, I mean, it's hard to be a Chicago guy and not go with Samurai. And I feel like Samurai, was Mike gone, or did Mike coach you for a little bit before he was?
Yeah, Mike was there too.
There you go. So he had Mike. This dude had Mike Singletary, Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, who to me is the GOAT. Yeah, Deion Sanders is the GOAT, and Ray Lewis is arguably the GOAT. Like, this dude was coached by a GOAT, played with 3 GOATs. Dude, what the hell was that like, bro?
So, man, Ray, Ed later on, not so much when I was younger, but as I got older and Ed grew into being Ed Reed, I've never seen, guys, a player go into a locker room and make the coaches better, make the coaches be on their toes. Like, man, I got to make sure I'm on my shit. Like,
the next time you stutter and don't say shit on our show, DeJuan, I'm going to take it as I'm going to be.
Let it fly. We all right.
You stop censoring yourself.
I lose track where I'm at right now. This is a different forum for me. But Ray's, I don't know. Ray just had a way about him, man, or an aura that made everybody bring their A game. I'm talking about coaches, the owners. They knew what he was all about. He was about winning championships. So they're jumping on board. They're trying to be like him. Man, he's in there writing everything down. So not only I got the pressure of Ray Lewis behind me, making sure I don't screw up, get pushed in his lap. I got Ed behind me. I got Mike Singletary coaching. I got to go up against Jonathan Ogden, the biggest human being, offensive lineman I've ever seen.
I forgot about Og. Another.
Yeah. So that side, that was what was tough for me. So they want me to line up in 2-gap Jonathan Ogden and play 2 gaps and tackle Jamal Lewis. And I'm like, I can't even see the ball. I don't know where the ball, I can't find the ball around Jonathan Ogden. I don't know where the ball's at. And on the other side, we had this guy named Orlando Brown. They called him Zeus.
Oh yeah.
Got
Yeah.
him. Rest in peace to my dude Zeus, which is crazy. His son is playing
His
for the
son, yep.
Man, the first time I saw it, bro, I went to a game in Carolina, and I'm watching this dude, man, his mannerisms. It looks just like his dad, bro. I start tearing up, bro. Like it was crazy. Like to watch this dude. I seen this dude in a barber shop at like 7 years old, you know, getting his haircut with his mom. You know, big, huge, chubby kid in the chair. And this kid's playing for the Ravens, got his dad's number and like visor and everything, man. It was just crazy. Dude was Zeus was 6'8". He was 370 pounds. And dude was cut up, man. Like he wasn't sloppy. Like you wasn't. But I'm talking about, it made me question myself, man. Can I do this NFL stuff, man? I got Jonathan Ogden. I got this, man. These dudes were huge. This was the AFC North. This is Smash Mouth football. Steelers, Bengals, Ravens. Man, this is Smash Mouth football. Two back, two tight ends. They run Smash Mouth football. So a big, huge lineman. You know, they're not moving for nothing, but these dudes just moving people out the way. So
because your years were you got drafted 05, right?
04.
04. Okay, yep. So 04 to 2010, 2011?
Yep. I was there from 04 to, I guess, 2009, 2010.
So right before Flacco got there. Or did you have one season with Joe?
I was there for Flacco's first two, I believe. Also got Steve McNair was my quarterback for a couple of years.
And
you talk about an OG, man, like a dude.
Why didn't I do more research for this show? Like, this is really us. We just get in here and talk shit. I forgot about our guy. We did a show about Steve McNair, man.
Man, R.I.P. Steve McNair.
Absolutely, man.
I talk about a real country dude, not a company man. Like, I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna have me a few beers. Like, man. When I tell you he's a good brother, man, like I got to end up going to his house. We played in Tennessee one year. Dude had all of us over to his house, man. Talk about a good dude, man. Like I can't even explain, man. Just a great teammate, a good leader, a dude that you'd be like, man, that's my quarterback, man. That's my quarterback. This dude's tough as hell. Tough as hell. Man,
people don't. They don't know how good he was, DeJuan. They don't really know what Steve Nick, you know, and that's what I even think that the topic of the show when we did that was, I think, is obviously we see what's happened in our league, which is fantastic. You know, the fact that we've basically had that representation, you know, and Patty doing what he's doing. Patrick, look at you, got me saying Patty. Now he got me saying Patty. Excuse me, Patrick. You got Patrick.
Patty Mahomes.
Doing what he's doing, Russ and Lamar and, you know, et cetera and so on, you know. And, you know, we want to do a show just, you know, we have enough young listeners or people that just don't know the game and think that black quarterbacks just come in fashion in the last 4 years. And we was just running down some of our favorite guys. And we got to Steve McNair, and it's like, you knew him. That was your friend, you know what I'm saying? And we felt a certain way about him because of what he represented. Not only that, but also, you know, I didn't know where Alcorn State was until I was 11 years old. And I said, I don't know, but they got this dude down. I was 11 years old. I was like, you know, that's when you identify with what looks like you. And Steve McNair was the first kind of guy where I'm really I'm starting to figure the game out. Like, you just watch it because you're from Chicago. But like, McNair was really the first guy, and he was so special. You got to be special when you damn near win the Heisman.
HBCU.
And he should have won it. He should have won it.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. Talk about strong, a country dude you're going to have a couple beers with, for sure. You're going to have a couple beers with Steve.
Well, he must have loved you, man, with your Columbus ass. Y'all was tight.
Man, Steve was a good, man, he was just a good dude, man. Like, I don't know. Like, you meet dudes and, you know, some dudes you expect maybe, you know, you might expect them to be a little bit more like Cam, but this dude was just a country boy, man. Just happy to be playing football. Wasn't too big. Just loved doing what he does, man.
And so that means too, man, your years, then you caught some prime Chris McAllister too.
Man, so C-Mac sat right behind me on the every plane ride that we have. C-Mac introduced me Patron. Let me put that little fact. Patron drinker at all. Rook, you gonna drink this? So he had no alcohol rule on the plane, but he had the stewardess. He had this thing where they would give him or sneak him in, or he would pay them, whatever. I don't know how he arranged it, but every away game he had a bottle and Rook, drink this. So I'm a tequila drinker to this day. Chris McAllister. I'm glad you brought him up. But my man, Chris McAllister, was a dog.
Yeah.
Big physical corner, and he went hard.
How's he doing? Is he on the comeback trail? Is he doing all right? Because I mean, he's one of those guys.
Yeah, man. You kind of wonder about him. I'll shoot him a message every once in a while on social media. It's been a while since I talked to him. It seemed like he's doing all right, but man, when I tell you my man went hard, and there's not many people that I know went harder than Chris McAllister off the field. He went hard. My man went hard.
But he could lock down, bro. Like, like the phrase lockdown corner gets thrown around so much in today's era. And it's no disrespect because there's some great guys. Like Jalen Ramsey could have played in any era. Like I think he's that good.
I like their game similar, incredibly physical, big, strong dude, can run, can tackle. I think they compare.
Jalen's like that in this era. T. White's like that up there. Like he's a dog. Like he'll come get you.
Yeah.
Gilly is like that too. Obviously,
I got a chance to play with him actually in Buffalo first year. I would be honest to say I did not see him turn out to be, defensive player of the year. I'm crazy proud of that kid, the way that kid responded, and obviously going to New England and. It's obviously a lot different in Buffalo when I was there, so I'm sure that'll change your whole perception. Trajectory.
But that's for our casual fans that are watching this show to understand. Like Chris McAllister is the last of that era when you hear people talk about lockdown. Chris McAllister traveled.
Yeah,
he went all like if it was going to be you and Chris all day.
Yeah.
And you him and Chad used to go at it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help the casual fans, and we talking about Ocho Cinco Americans when I'm talking about Chad. Right?
That's my OSU brethren right there.
Chad and Chad and TJ.
Yeah, same team. They used to go, man. They used to give us problems. I can't even lie. The Bengals. In their prime, and they get slept on a lot when they had Carson Palmer, Chad, TJ. They had Chris Henry and Rudy Johnson. Man, them dudes was nice. And like I said, if Carson wouldn't have blown his knee out that year, man, they would have been in the mix for some because they was nice. They was nice.
So America, you can see why when we conceptualize this show to be able to have a correspondent like this dude, where we can sit and all. And we kind of forget the career that he had. So it's almost a way of paying homage to a guy that's always been great to us. But, we're coming into Super Bowl season, and you see this guy. He may not have a ring, America. This dude's a champion to me. This dude is as humble as it gets. Great family man, takes care of his kids, his wife, does all the right things. He's the true story. DeJuan had the career me and Chris wanted. Like, that's all I wanted. I just wanted to get to the pension. That's all I was trying. I ain't got no shame. I was trying to get to 4 or 5 years and get to television immediately.
Shout out the NFL pension. Just shout out.
Hey.
I'm put like this. Hold on.
He turns 50. It's going to be a nice life, boy. He's like, hey, I'm going to chill.
My little 2 weeks, 3 weeks in the league, you couldn't tell me I want an NFL Hall of Fame. I just want to put that out. I partied like I had been in the league 6-7 years. I already got that second contract. I'm like, where we going tonight? Oh, yeah, I'm in. Let's go to that. Yeah, let's do that. Call the limo. I'm in. Listen, my little 2-3 weeks of bouncing around the team and everything else, you couldn't have told me I wasn't NFL All-Pro 6 years running everything. Period. Like, that was all I did was party. That's probably why I was only in there 2 or 3 weeks. So it's
they were like, Turner has failed the test. We're gonna
like, oh yeah, God, dude, I failed the day I got there. Like, it was a wrap.
You weren't the only one, man.
Like, it was just, I got in and it was like, all right, Green Bay, huh? I wonder where you can go drink at in Green Bay. And it was just, it went straight downhill from there.
What years were you in Green Bay?
Don't give me years. God, don't give me years. Like,
I'm just curious. I got a homeboy that was down, so I was curious if you were there at the same time as him.
So I was there 05.
So did you go to Club 5-6 with Nick Barnett? There was a club called Club 5-6.
Nick Barnett was there.
I went to Oregon State with him. He opened up this club called Club 5-6. He used to tell me all sorts of stories because there ain't nothing else to do.
No, there's nothing else to do.
But he got in trouble. There was all sorts of stuff going on. He ended up having to shut it down.
Listen,
I was curious if you ever entertained at the spot club.
I've never been, because I wasn't that high enough in my mind to go. I've heard so many stories though that probably can't go into this next minute, but I never went. I have friends who went. Like, it's.
Well, America, that's what you know now. If you didn't go to Club 56 when it was there in Green Bay, you missed it. Because there sure wasn't no Club 56 when I played the Green Bay Blizzard.
Wasn't some hole in the wall ass bar.
Hey, we went up there, took that L, and went right back to Bloomington. But I had 2 touchdowns wearing a Bears hat in there. I had a ball with that one. They booed the shit.
Got a point.
That was awesome. I got yelled at. That was awesome. But America, this is just the first of a couple more conversations. You heard it from the man himself, Dewan Edwards. We're gonna bring it back. We're gonna get him loosened up a little bit more. I don't know what we don't even have topics. We just might, whatever comes to mind. We got Dewan for the next couple of hours, so we're gonna use it up. So we'll be right back.